if we're just recommending resting in being and recognizing the truth of our being, it can then come back as an idea that there's something, that what you are is going to rest in being and recognize its truth. And that's not quite true, because we're already setting ourselves apart from it. What we're trying to say, what we're pointing to, is you already are. The being, that is your inherent nature. Just being, just aware, just here, just being here now, is what you are. It's this idea that there's somebody going to rest in being. There's somebody who's going to practice presence. There's somebody who's going to recognize their true nature, is what sets you apart from recognizing what's already here. That you already are whole and complete. That there's actually nothing to get. And it's this idea of that we're lacking something, that we're separate, and we need to reclaim or find what we are. And it's just the recognition of what we are. So there's nobody resting in being, you are being. There's nobody that's going to get anything. You know, we can't pick up this separate self and think the separate self is going to find what we are. It's to see that you're not the separate self. So to be open to the idea that there's a mistaken identity here, that what you are is not separate. What you are is already whole and complete. It's not apart from anything. That it's just this one ocean of being, that this ocean of being can shape and pattern itself and have unique experiences. And these experiences appear separate, but they never become separate. So what you are is this ocean of being, having an experience of separation. And we just take ourselves to be the experiencer of the separate self experience, of the subject-object mode, the one in the world, experiencing the world. But you are the world. You are already what you're looking for. A separate self doesn't actually exist. It's just an experience. This has your true nature. This universal I has an experience of individuality, but it never becomes an individual. It's just an experience it can have. So it's not something you're becoming. It's not something you're getting. It's what you already are. So when we don't pick up mental activity of a separate self that's got to get anything, what's there? What's already here now? The one that isn't thinking. The silence in which the thoughts appear. That's what you are. So there's nothing to do, and that doesn't make sense to a mind. So we don't need to limit ourselves and listen to the mental activity and believe that it's us thinking. It's just mental activity. You are the awareness in which the mental activity appears. And that mental activity is neutral, is not personal. It's just that we're able to personalize it and have a personal experience. But we never become a separate self-person. It's just an experience. So if we take ourselves to be in this position of a separate self that's got to try and find its true nature, it's got to wake up, is seeking enlightenment or to stop suffering, it's to see that what you are is untouched by the ever-changing. What you are is timeless, formless awareness. It's our essence. Yes, we can experience separation, but fundamentally, we're whole. We are not separate. There is just one thing here. One thing playing all of the roles. Yet it can have a unique experience. And we can experience a body-mind, but never become a body-mind. So we can walk in the world as wisdom and love, as being, knowing. And that just resting as being and knowing, not limiting ourselves, has a natural joy to it, just the joy of being. So that's where the bliss comes. Just the rested, just the effortless space of being. It's just letting go of that idea of separation. It's just surrendering to what's already here now. To not needing to know. To not having an agenda. To realize that this idea of a me that we feel like is doing everything doesn't actually exist. Hope this helps.